How's your dog doing? Linus says that learning is very important to him. It's a priority. But every day he either says that he doesn't have the time or he can only fit time for it at the very end of the day. Marcus Aurelius, on the other hand, wakes up early, doing what he prioritizes first thing in the morning, whatever that be for the day, learning or doing his job as the emperor. So personally, I think something we can kind of all relate to is kind of just wasting time, not really being consistent with things, just kind of saying we don't have the time for it, and just kind of not making progress and not doing something, like with language learning or just learning in general. So what I think the problem is, a lot of people say that something is a priority, and they can't find the time. But then they just put it off, or they waste time on generally useless things or things that aren't really helping them with their goal. So a lot of people will just sit around and will say, oh, I want to do this thing generally at this time. Not even have it set in stone or on a schedule. They just kind of think, oh, I generally want to do this thing at this time, kind of. But then they'll go on their phones for a couple of hours, or I don't know, sit in the toilet or something. I don't know. I don't know what people are doing with their time. I don't know. But something like that, or they're just kind of wasting their time and not really doing what could be important, instead of doing it earlier in the day and make sure that it's done and that you have the focus and the time for it. So what's important for this is that we find what's the priority right now and make the time for it. Now, I'm not saying that you can only have one priority for your entire life. It's just kind of like maybe for this week, for this month, for this day, just find out what the priority is and make the time for it. So what you can do, if we're thinking a little longer term, like a couple of months, years, whatever, just sit and stare at your wall and think about what you really want to do or you really need to do. Just sit there and think, what do I really want to do? What language do I really want to learn? Something like that. What you should do is, if you really think that is the priority, try and structure your day around it. If you can, wake up earlier to learn so that way you can get it out of the way at the beginning of the day and make sure that you have the most important thing done first. If you go to school, do it during school if you can. Or alternatively, you can make sure that you have all of your work done during school so that way you don't have any homework at home, if you can do that. Also, generally just try and eliminate the bad habits gradually so that way you're not wasting time that you could be spending on whatever you want to do, which is probably learning in this case. So after you do stuff like this, you start to realize that you really do have the time. It's just that so much of it is just used up. Sometimes you'll spend 30 minutes, an hour just, scrolling on social media or something like that. I'm not saying you're a bad person for that. For a lot of people, that will end up happening to them. That happens to me too. Sometimes I will scroll and it kind of sucks. That's why I kind of don't really use stuff too much. I try to kind of eliminate it for when I don't have anything to do. So that way I'm not distracted, keep my focus. That's why for this recording session, this is the 6th video I'm recording today. I just woke up early and I was just I'm just going to get this all done, get 6 videos done for the next couple of weeks. Just do this. I can do it once. I'm just going to get it all out of the way because this is what's important to me. Or if you want to kind of have the focus or the time for this or to not be distracted by much, you can go through the whole dopamine detox thing. I know that's kind of been it's been a trend for a little bit, rewire your mind in 24 hours, that kind of thing. I'm talking about more a long-term, elimination of bad habits for a while. This is so you get more time, or at least a reduction, maybe not elimination, but at least reduction and elimination if you can. This isn't something that you're going to do for a week and then just go back to normal. You're going to cut things out so you actually have the time to do what you really want to do, because that will lead to greater fulfillment in your life. That'll lead to being happier. You'll actually be able to do what you want to do. So, for example, eventually, get to the point where just cut out watching TV so you can learn a language or learn more about a skill they want to learn. Those are the sacrifices you're going to make right now. You have to get rid of all the stuff that isn't really helping you with your goal to actually achieve it. And I know it might seem a little tough and maybe you won't be happy, but you will. Eventually, the things that you do will make you happy. When you learn a language, you'll feel very happy that you're doing something that's good for you. When you want to improve your diet for language learning and you cut out some of the junk food, you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to feel a lot healthier. You're going to feel a lot more ready to do what you want to do. You will be happier. So yeah, this video is going to be really short as well. I should probably make this like a more in-depth video, and I probably will at some point. But for now, this is a good like introductory video, I guess, or like a video just to kind of like get you into the mindset that we need to eliminate the bad things, or at least the things that we're wasting our time on, and then to kind of prioritize what's really important to us. Like if you really prioritize something, try to do it as early as possible. That way it doesn't get pushed to the side or messed up. If you're putting it at the end of the day, is it really the priority? Probably not. All right, so I hope this video was helpful. Again, this is kind of like, just kind of like a basic video, just kind of like get people interested in this kind of idea and topic, so that way I can like probably expand on it and then make more videos. But I still think it's a good video to listen to. So, I don't really have much else to say, so finally I'm done with this recording session. I can take a break. Yeah. All right. Tell your dog to die.